It's Friday, June 14th, and when it's Friday, you know what that means. It's time for Comics Forever. Welcome back to Comics Forever, the weekly show where I tell you about all the comics that we love that you should be reading. I am up at the front of the store because we have added so many cool books to our 30% off rack, and I'm here to tell you about just two of them. You gotta come in to see the rest of them, so let's check it out. First up, an all-time favorite of mine, Department of Truth. Also probably one of the scariest books I've ever read. This one is by James Tynion and Martin Simmons. Essentially, the premise is if enough people believe in a conspiracy theory, it becomes reality. And it has always been reality. It shapes the fabric of reality itself. So this book pulls no punches. It goes everywhere from Flat Earth to the Kennedy assassination to Satanic Panic and more. It's crazy. And this is the Total Conspiracy, what's it called? The Complete Conspiracy hardcover. It collects basically the first 3 volumes. So it's issues 1 through 17 of Department of Truth. So if you haven't gotten into it, this is a gorgeous and terrifying series, and this is the perfect way to start because it is now 30% off. And while we're on the topic of gorgeous horror, Killadelphia. This one is by Rodney Barnes and Jason Sean Alexander. It's about Philadelphia and vampires, and a lot about American history as well. Essentially, the premise is a beat cop from a small town has to come back to his hometown of Philadelphia to bury his father, who was a revered police detective in the Philadelphia Police Department. And he uncovers this conspiracy that his father was looking into, that not only are vampires real, but they have always existed, and they have been running our country since its birth, since its inception. And some of the founding fathers are still around pulling the strings of, conspiracy and corruption and brutality. So, it's a heavy book, but it's friggin' cool. Vampires, Philadelphia, what more could you possibly need? And this deluxe hardcover edition covers the first 12 issues, which is the first 2 volumes of the book. So, 30% off, get Killadelphia. That is it for this week's Comics Forever. Thank you for joining me. As I mentioned, tons and tons, look, just from what you can see, there's so many good books on our bargain rack right now, and they are only on sale while supplies last. So make sure you get in here before they're all gone. If you can't shop with us online, you can go to bravenewworldscomics.com, and if you need more recommendations, make sure you check out my podcast, Tales from the Shortbox. We are currently on a season break, but if you join our Patreon for $1, you get 3 extra episodes, and they're all about manga, and it's great. Till next Friday, Comics Forever.